Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars. Let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, because today, guys, we saw a massive pump to the upside on this 1 hour time frame after confirming this bullish divergence, which in this case is where we have horizontal lows in the Bitcoin price and higher lows in the RSI momentum indicator. Typically, this plays out either in the form of some choppy sideways price action or potentially some bullish momentum. And of course, the bullish momentum is exactly what we saw here today. This was actually pretty violent bullish momentum if you ask me, but either way, this was exactly what we were looking for in yesterday's video. Before looking for some kind of reversal, we were looking for a bullish divergence to confirm, after which breaking this trend line would be the bullish confirmation. So we broke through here, got a retest of this Fibonacci golden pocket, and saw a strong bounce from there once again. However, let me first answer a comment from yesterday's video. Here, Lok Kai was saying, "I don't understand. Videos you posted the last few days were very bullish." And here he implies that I was very bearish in yesterday's video. So to clarify this, yesterday we were still in this downtrend. We were still trading right around this price. And therefore, so long as we were trading below this descending trend line, Bitcoin was simply in a downtrend. So this downtrend ended as soon as we ended up breaking through that descending line of resistance, and especially after we retested that Fibonacci golden pocket and saw a bounce from there. That is when we shifted from a downtrend back to an uptrend, because we are now making higher highs and higher lows in the Bitcoin price once again. So now, just technically speaking, we are in an uptrend here. And besides that, the reason why Kai here is saying that I was very bullish in my videos over the last couple of days is because we are trading inside this bull flag pattern, which is a bullish bias pattern, and nothing on the higher time frame has actually changed since yesterday, even with this big pump to the upside. And I'm going to keep repeating this over and over again until everyone gets it. So long as we have not confirmed a 2-day candle close outside of this descending channel, the resistance of which is sitting at 108.6K at the moment, then I am not considering this pattern to be broken out. And like I've said every single day here over the last week or so, I've been comparing it to this descending channel that we saw in 2024 and comparing it to this descending line of resistance here, because, for example, during times like this, you saw many YouTubers calling for this to be the breakout and this is going to be the next move higher, etc., etc. But every single time we saw a rejection from there. So what actually rewarded us during that time was to be a little bit patient, and that has not changed as far as I'm concerned. We have not confirmed this breakout yet, so at least I'm waiting for another 1 day and 6 hours to properly confirm this, even with us being in a very strong uptrend on the lower time frames. Something else to take note of is the fact that we are now in overbought territory on the lower time frames here. So that means that, yes, of course we can go a bit higher here, but there is limited room to the upside in the immediate short term, and by that I am talking about the next couple hours or so. So usually what you'll see when we reach into deep overbought territory is that eventually the price starts cooling off a little bit in order to reset this RSI back to somewhere around the 50 level here. Now, the way the RSI actually resets is either by the price just trading sideways or potentially seeing a bit of bearish momentum. Something that you could do if you start to see this price turn around a little bit, for example, if we break this very steep ascending trend line, is to just take a Fibonacci retracement all the way from the wick low up to the wick high, wherever that may be. Like for this example, I could just put it right here as if we had the highest point right here and then started reversing. And from there, you could look towards these Fibonacci levels for some short-term areas of support. And again, guys, these Fibonacci levels, these prices that you see right here, are just an example, because currently we don't know exactly where this top is going to be. So keep that in mind and just add it into your own chart as soon as you start to see a break of this ascending trend line. Coming back to the 1 day time frame for Bitcoin then, and sorry for kind of hopping around between the different time frames here. So getting back to this 1 day time frame then, here we are still seeing this breakout from this falling wedge pattern, which has a confirmed price target to the upside at about 115K in the Bitcoin price. So this has already broken out to the upside. And in fact, we saw a breakout, a retest of the point of the breakout, and then a strong resumption to the upside so far. So this has definitely broken out. and we have that confirmed price target at 115K. And yes, that also means that I am still targeting 115K in the Bitcoin price, although we should pay attention to this descending line of resistance right now in the immediate short term at around 109K, because that is also the resistance of this descending channel on the 2-day time frame. Just like I said yesterday as well, guys, so long as we are trading inside this pattern in terms of candle closes, then it is still possible to just see a rejection back down to the lows of this pattern. And I know that right now that seems insane because we are trading outside of this and we're in a very strong uptrend and all of that. But guys, we still have a day and 6 hours, 30 hours here that the price needs to be trading above this 109K level, roughly speaking, before I am considering this to be actually breaking out. So that is why I'm saying that this is still technically possible, although that is not me saying that we need to go back down to these lows or anything. I'm just telling you, like, if we start seeing a rejection, then be open to that possibility. So hopefully I cleared that up. And yeah, if you still have any questions about this, feel free to just drop them in the comments below this video. Next, taking a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map. First of all, on this 1 year time frame, we are now pretty close to reaching this 111K level of liquidity. And yes, the base case on this channel is still the same. I still think it is very likely that at some point we are going to take out this 111K level. And I still believe that it is unlikely that these bears will go unpunished for shorting Bitcoin in a bull market. So on the higher time frames, nothing really has changed so far. On the higher time frames, I'm still just bullish on Bitcoin. If we zoom in to this 1 week time frame though, so this is the much shorter term, notice how there is a big pocket of liquidity at around 108.4K, and there is a big pocket of liquidity at 110.5K. So there is big liquidity on both sides here, but with the RSI being in deep overbought territory at the moment, it would not be surprising to me if we end up taking out that 108.4K level of liquidity before getting that next big move to the upside. I will update you guys about this in tomorrow's video, because if by then we are very likely to close this candle outside of the pattern, that will completely change the situation. So keep that in mind. Lastly, taking a look at the Bitcoin ETF flow tables. Yesterday, we actually saw a massive outflow from the Bitcoin ETFs, which is the first in many, many weeks for Bitcoin here. So the Bitcoin ETFs are selling right here before we got this massive pump today. Overall, if we look at the last couple weeks, the Bitcoin ETFs have had an upwards pressuring effect on the Bitcoin price, although just today they actually started flipping bearish here. So we just have to keep an eye on this. If these bearish outflows continue, or if they are just back to being bullish again tomorrow. So make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you do not miss any of these important update videos. But regardless, if you do end up subscribing or not, thank you for watching once again, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.